Is your engine running poorly and giving you code P0097? This code stands for Intake Air Temperature Sensor 2 Circuit Low Input. It sounds technical, but let us break it down simply. The IAT sensor measures the temperature of the air going into your engine, so the computer can balance the fuel mixture. When the air is hot, the intake air is less dense, and combustion temperatures rise. This sensor helps prevent high nitrogen oxide emissions and engine knocking. The system works on a 5-volt reference from the powertrain control module. Here is the key to understanding this code. High temperature equals low resistance, which equals low voltage. Therefore, a circuit low input code means the computer is seeing a voltage that is too low, which it interprets as an incredibly high temperature, usually something impossible like 300 degrees Fahrenheit when the engine is just starting. The symptoms can include a check engine light, failing an emissions test due to high NOx readings, or hearing a pinging sound from the engine under load. The most common cause is a bad IAT sensor that has internally shorted out. However, it can also be caused by a short to ground on the signal wire, a damaged connector, or in rare cases, a bad computer. To fix this, connect your scan tool and look at the IAT data stream. On a cold engine, the intake temperature should be roughly the same as the outside air temperature. If the scanner shows an excessively high temperature, go under the hood and inspect the sensor connector for damage. If it looks okay, unplug the sensor. Look at the scanner again. The reading should instantly drop to the minimum extreme, usually around -20 or -40 degrees Fahrenheit. If the reading drops when you unplug it, the wiring is good and the sensor is internally shorted and needs to be replaced. This is the most common fix. However, if you unplug the sensor and the reading stays high, that means the signal wire is shorted to the ground somewhere between the plug and the computer. You will need to trace the wire to find where the insulation has rubbed through. If the resistance across the wiring harness terminals checks out, but the code persists, you might be looking at a faulty PCM, but that is rare. Start with the sensor and the plug. If you follow these steps, you will likely find the issue. See you in the next video.